Happy New Year or something. Time isn't even real, so got my several beverages. Welcome to Jams for All. My name is Lily. Today we are going to be doing a tier list of every show I went to this year. So it was kind of a lot. Big year for shows for me. I went to a good amount last year, but I went to a lot of shows this year. I just cut my hair, feeling refreshed for the new year. It's New Year's Eve right now. I'm getting drunk by myself. I don't know if anybody can relate. I did get invited to things, but I chose not to go because I am just really burnt out from Christmas, from overbooking myself. So we're gonna get drunk together and rate all the shows I went to. Also, I literally had to remake this tier list like 10 fucking times because I just kept messing it up, and you can't like save anything. Like you have to like reset it. So, whatever. I've never made a tier list before, so I guess you have to fail to learn, right? Uh I've made a description for each of the tiers. So we've got S to D. It mostly was just for me to help, for myself to help categorize things, but also I feel like having some sort of an objective criteria that we are looking to meet is good for ranking things. There are 5 different tiers, S through D, and I'll go ahead and describe them now. At S, we have immaculate vibes, expectations surpassed, and I must see them every time they come to my city. For the A tier, we have above average vibes, expectations reached or slightly surpassed, and would see again. For B tier, we have solid vibes, can't complain, expectations reached and might see again, question mark. C tier, we have mid vibes, expectations not reached, and objectively wouldn't see again. For D tier, we have actual bad vibes, expectations severely missed, and would advise others to not see live in the future. Like, I would go out of my way to tell others not to use their money to buy tickets to see them. So, you don't want to be in D. And honestly, I don't really know if any of these are going to be in D. Not right now. Not thinking, not to my memory. It also is going to be based on the venue and the crowd. So, of course, it'll be based on the actual performance of the band, but it'll be a conglomeration of all of the things that made the experience. So, multi bill shows do impact this as well. So, if one of the bands was fire and the other one wasn't, that will take them down a notch, if that makes sense. Disclaimer, I am also like a really late ass bitch, so I often do miss openers. So I wouldn't say that my experience is always like the full experience. I do like to leave early too when I'm just like over it. So this is all just based off my own experience, rating all of the shows I went to this year. To start off, we have Glitterer and Glixen. That was in March. I had honestly never heard of Glixen before. I knew of Glitterer because I just be knowing shit about Title Fight, okay? I wanted to see them live. I really liked their new album, so I'm glad I got to see Glixen. Glixen was fucking cool. It was dope. Maybe this is a lie. I think I just said that I had never heard of Glixen before, but I have. I had, because I'm remembering now. I had never really listened to Glixen, but I had heard the name and I had heard it described as like alien music by Dump Toes. And I thought that was cool. So it was cool to see them live. I did get a shirt. And it is my favorite shirt ever, honestly. It's just really comfortable. I got another shirt as well. I got a glitterer shirt. I don't actually wear this one because it's a white one, but it's kind of it probably wasn't the only option, but this was the option that I got. So I also got a glitterer shirt. I do really love supporting bands, especially just like DIY bands. That's my favorite thing in the world. So I always try to get some merch if I'm able to. So Glixen Slade, amazing, and also gorgeous. Glitterer, however, not that it was bad. It just was mid. I don't know. Like, he seemed kind of irritated, which was kind of valid because they were having a bunch of like sound issues. So it was kind of honestly the venue's fault. Fuck you, Logger House. I understand why he was irritated. So that kind of messed with the vibes. Also, there was like some people there that I didn't really want to see. So, I mean, this is all just like subjective based on my experience. I mean, it was fine. The other problem was I started to not feel good and I had to go sit down. So I couldn't really have the full experience. There were a lot of things that were going against Glitterer in that instance. So, based on all of that, I think I'm going to say for Glitterer, because I would see Glixen again. I would. So I think that means that I have to. No. Well, I don't think I would see Glitterer again. Like, I just don't care, unfortunately. Like, it was fine. It was good. I really like that album. I just don't. I like both of their. I really like Glitterer, their music. I just don't know if I love the vibes of the show. Anyway, holy lord. Based off of those descriptions, I think we're gonna have to put Glitterer and Glixen in Might See again. Honestly, Glixen is kind of saving it there. I don't know if I would see Glitterer again, but I want to see Glixen again. They are coming back to my city pretty soon. I do want to go see them again. And honestly, like the vibes, it is kind of all personal, but at the same time, it is based off my objective experience. So we're just going to go ahead and just keep it in the middle for now. I might change it at the end, but we'll see. The second one was Hamdi. That was also that was in April, and it was my first like electronic show. I mean, I guess I saw like George Clanton, but that's kind of different. It's like drum and bass, kind of funky. My friend brought me. They like bought the ticket for me and brought me there. It was pretty cool. It was fun. It was fun to just be with my friend and to like share their joy, I guess, because it's like it was one of their favorite artists, so they were really excited. I think I didn't even really stay the whole time because went really late and I had to work in the morning, but it was okay. I mean, it wasn't my vibe, is the thing. It was good because I got to be with my friend, but I didn't necessarily enjoy the music. So no hate to Hamdi, and also no hate to like my friend who definitely isn't watching this. I don't think anyone's watching this, so it's probably fine. I don't think anyone's offended. So based off that, I'm gonna probably say objectively wouldn't see again, but I wouldn't like advise other people not to see them. You know what I mean? If that's your vibe, that's your vibe. I think it's fun if you're into electronic music in that way. Up next we have Chastity Belt. So Chastity Belt was in May at El Club, which is one of my favorite venues. So that definitely bumps them up a notch. The vibes there are just really great. There's always free parking in some street nearby, and I always feel really comfortable going there by myself, which is good. I went to a lot of these shows by myself because I just didn't really have anyone to go with, and I wasn't about to let that stop me. So Chastity Belt was amazing. I was expecting it to be good. I mean, I've loved Chastity Belt since I was like 14, so some of their songs are some of my favorite songs of all time. I had a really great time, and they did it was a fantastic show. They are such talented musicians and a bunch of beautiful, gorgeous women. So, best experience ever. I also cried, which I was not anticipating at all. They played different now, and I mean, like I said, loved them since I was a youngin', and I've loved that song for a lot of years. And it just like hit me. I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, it was a kind of a big moment. So based off all of that, I also want to show my merch. I got this shirt. I did cut it. It was kind of towards the end of their tour, so they didn't have many options left, but I just wanted to get some merch from them. And this bitch has been worn, let me tell you what. I mean, I think after cutting it, I was like, well, I guess it doesn't matter if I destroy it. And it's really comfortable to sleep in. I cut the tag off too. Anyway, so based off that, I'm gonna put Chastity Belt in S tier. My expectations were definitely surpassed, and the vibes were definitely immaculate. I mean, I can imagine they'll tour again. If they release more albums, I'm sure they will. It was a promotion tour for their newest album, which I hadn't listened to beforehand, and I was obsessed with afterwards. So, gotta love when that happens. So, up next, we have Fleshwater. That was also in May. That was at the Sanctuary in Hamtramck. I love the Sanctuary, but it's small, and when it's packed, and it's hot in there, and you feel like literally like a packed can of sardines. So hardcore shows there are a lot. But I do love the Sanctuary. I've been to lots of shows there. So Fleshwater was great. The crowd was insane, which I mean you can expect, but I think I just low key get pissed off when people are moshing and it's not like okay, for example, I saw like Dying Wish, Boundaries, Foreign Hands. Someone else played that show, I don't remember. At the Sanctuary last year, and people were going nuts, which you can like anticipate and expect. Like the people are ready for that there. Not that people aren't necessarily ready for that at Fleshwater, because they are, but it's like there's a lot of people there. Like you can't crowd kill that hard at a fucking sold out show at the Sanctuary. Guys. Sorry. I'm just a hater. It was Fleshwater in Modern Color that played. I did get some Modern Color merch, and I do use it literally every single day. And I did put a little patch on it and some pins. It's a really, really good quality bag, so it was worth the money. I also got a little sticker that's on my computer. Oh, yeah. Modern Color was fine. I maybe think Modern Color is a little overrated. Same with Fleshwater. I bought the tickets because my sister really loves Fleshwater and she wanted to see them, so I kind of bought it for her as like a Christmas present or something. But it wasn't like super expensive when I bought them, so I can't really complain too much. So for Fleshwater, I think I'm gonna say solid vibes. Where is Fleshwater? So Fleshwater Modern Color, I'm gonna say solid vibes. And I don't think my expectations were reached like or surpassed. Wait. Or like they were right, you know. That's kind of what I was expecting. The experience I had was about what I was expecting. And I might see them again. Maybe at a bigger venue. So up next, Trauma Ray. So it was Trauma Ray, Kraus, and Prize Horse. Literally stacked lineup. That was an amazing show, honestly. I didn't get to catch the whole set of Prize Horse, I don't think. But the part that I caught was amazing. I'm like I said, a late ass bitch. I tried. I also like met up with some buddies there, so that was cool. I got a Trauma Ray shirt. I don't wear it that often because it's not that comfortable, but it's cool to have. I had a really great time at that show. I was honestly like super blown away by Trauma Ray and Kraus. I mean, just like an insane Sonic experience the entire time. I would say expectations surpassed on that for sure. And I like need to see all of them when they come back, you know what I mean? I think Prize Horse actually came back not that long ago, but I I don't know. It wasn't free or something. I can't remember what happened. I wasn't able to go, which was really sad. They played with I want to say it was Gouge Away. No, it was Greet Death. They played with Greet Death, which is a really great like I want to say like Detroit band or something. So I'm honestly really sad that I didn't get to go to that, but there was some drama or something that weekend. There was another show I missed that weekend actually. So up next we have Delta Sleep 1. So I did see Delta Sleep twice this year. They are my favorite band. The first time I saw them was at Pyramid Scheme in Grand Rapids. Me and my friend drove like literally 2 hours. But I was like, I have to see them if they're coming. Like, there's no way I'm missing that show. And they were coming with Max Seal, and I was like, bruh, I've loved Max Seal since I was like a teenager too. So I've got to see them. But I don't know. Delta Sleep was amazing, of course, but the crowd was bad. Max Seal was mid. I mean, it was fine. I just like don't care about their new album, unfortunately. I wouldn't drive that far again. If it was Delta Sleep, I think I would, but for any other band, I'm not sure I would. And also, I did get to meet Devin then, like for like the second or third time, so that was cool. So, okay, based off of that, this is the problem. This is why the crowd is bad. People for Delta Sleep, we don't need to be moshing that hard. Like I get it. I get it. We like want but like you don't need to be knocking people over at the Delta Sleep concert. Save it for when you're at a hardcore show. I think I just hate people, honestly. But anyway, so based off that, I would say expectations reached, might see again. Like I don't know if I would go back to the Pyramid Scheme. And I just feel like the crowd over there is not people I want to be around that bad. It's like a college town, which so is everything, but like it's like really a college town. Like if you go to a show in Detroit, there's going to be people who are not only like 20 years old. So I'm going to say solid vibes. I mean, I am complaining. I'm putting stuff in the can't complain vibe and then I'm complaining about them. I'm just a complaining ass bitch. I don't know what to tell you. Next we have it was like a little basement show. There were some local bands playing. One called Pink Pout, which is fire, and you should listen to them. She is insane live. Like she's just like she seems so chill, and then the fucking shrieks that are coming out of her are insane. And then so they played with Fate's Hand, which I also have a sticker of. They gave me a bunch of them. Fate's Hand. They're from Indiana, I want to say, Illinois. They just released a like EP, I believe. So super awesome hardcore band. Y'all should get into both of them. DIY, small, super cool scene. And like that's the type. It's like if you're crowd killing there, we know you're supposed to. People are ready for it. Check your vibes before you start fucking swinging. So anyway, that was super good vibes and expectations were beyond reached. This was a show we actually went to because there's a different house show we went to that we hated the vibes and so we just like found a different thing to go to and it ended up being really cool and we've been wanting to see or my friend had been wanting to see Pink Pout. So it was cool to see them play. Also, I don't remember when that was. Sometime in the summer. Next, we have 21 Pilots. That was in like August or something, or September. I don't remember. This was a show that my mom had asked me if I wanted to go because she like had already bought the tickets, and I was like, sure. Like, I have a problem. One, I have a really hard time saying no, and two, like I didn't have anyone else to go or something. So I was like, I guess sure. which is the same as how I ended up being at the Morrissey show. Not that, well, I actually don't really like Morrissey. Not as a person. Obviously, the Smiths have a special place in my heart, but like, anyway, that's beside the point. That's coming up later. So, 21 Pilots, the show was honestly pretty great. I hated the venue though. I hate going to big shows. I hate it was Little Caesars Arena, I want to say. Hate it. The security people like took away my cool mask chain and were like picking on me and like made me go through 8 fucking metal detectors. Like how serious is it, bro? Who am I gonna hurt with my pants chain or my little tiny mask chain? Like, come on. So, but anyway, I was kind of blown away by 21 Pilots, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually enjoyed the show a lot, and they are some pretty. They're some great performers, and I mean, I knew a lot of the songs. My little sister and my brother are have always really loved them, so a lot of the lyrics are just like ingrained in my brain. And then obviously my mom loves them too. So I think I'm gonna put that in would see again. I'm gonna put that in A tier. I think I would see 21 Pilots again. I think I don't know. Like it is there was a lot of people there, and I do hate Little Caesars Arena, but I don't think I would be against seeing 21 Pilots if my mom asked me to go. So next, this was I think in like October. There's another park show. There was a local artist defiance campaign, which is a folk punk act, super cool. I don't think they're on Spotify, but they have a Bandcamp and a SoundCloud, I want to say. So you should totally check them out. There was another local Detroit like hardcore band, metal band called Cruel Bloom that was really cool. I had never heard of them before, but am, am stoked to see new stuff they release and where they go in their careers because they're really cool. I didn't stay the whole time, so there was some stuff I missed, but based off what I saw, I would say A tier as well. I would definitely see both of them again. I mean, of course. And yeah, I mean, I would definitely say my expectations were surpassed. I was pleasantly surprised. I was there to support the fundraiser, but it ended up being a cool show. So up next, we have Duster. So this was a cool thing that I'm glad I got to go do. I like purchased that ticket as soon as possible. My friend Mel was supposed to be there, but she ended up having to work, so that was kind of sad. The vibes were amazing. The whole crowd was just super chill. I mean, it makes sense. It's like a shoegaze show, but I don't know. Some people are just unreasonable sometimes. Not that I wasn't expecting it to be great. Of course, it's Duster, but I was expecting there to be a bunch of annoying like little TikTok teens there. But I maybe that's just the effect of echo chambers. Me thinking that Duster's way more popular than it is. And I mean, it was at a very chill venue, the Majestic. I had a really super great time. It was only Duster. They didn't have any openers. So honestly, that's super good for me. I hate standing, but I also hate missing out on stuff. I say that and then I'm late all the time. Whatever. So for Duster, I'm going to say Immaculate Vibes, S tier. Expectations surpassed for sure. If they do ever come back, I definitely need to see them again because I mean, I feel like it was like I was like in a trance the whole time. It was just amazing. No D tier so far. I don't know if we're gonna reach that. So I skipped one. That's okay. So we have Sweet Pill after that. That was in September, I think, too. So I definitely skipped that one. But so Sweet Pill played with Cashier, which was a band I had never heard of. I found them through going to this show, and I mean, they played just an amazing set. It was super great. I mean, shoegaze, like noise rock kind of type vibes, garagey a little bit. Reminds me of Dive almost, with like femme vocals, which I always appreciate. And I got a cool shirt from them as well. See, I'm like not. I'm like unashamed. I will wear the shirts of bands that I had like just found out about. Like I don't care. This is a cool shirt. And I want to give them my money. Like I want to support them. So literally fuck you. And then I also got a Sweet Pill bag, which I put a little patch on. So this is also one that I was using a little bit as a daily wear, but so I also customized the other side of it. Oh, and this is from that fundraiser show. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo. You know what it is. Anyway, this show, I would say the sets they both played, like Sweet Pill, they did amazing. I was very pleased to be able to see them live, but I would kind of say the venue low-key ruined it. Not that it was like that bad, like the vibe of the people was fine, but the sound was just kind of bad. It was at the Eastern, it was a concert hall like at Eastern Market, which is like, girl, you can't just turn anything into a concert hall. The sound was just like kind of medium. So I would definitely see both Sweet Pill and Cashier again, but I don't think I would go to the Eastern again. So I would say mid vibes, expectations not reached. Well, not objectively wouldn't see again. So I think we have to put it in B tier. So next we have Delta Sleep number 2, which was in October. They played at El Club, which there you go, my favorite. I love El Club. They this I mean, I had an amazing time at this show. They played a bunch of songs from their new album that had just came out. There were some homies I had that I met there. I got this cool hat and I got to meet Blake and he signed my hat, which I had been literally waiting a year to finish this. So, ah. And they played with Teen Suicide, which is unbelievable. I cannot believe that one, they were playing with Delta Sleep, like kind of just a strange pair up, I guess. And just unbelievable. Like my 15-year-old self never thought I would be seeing Teen Suicide live. That's for damn sure. And they played a really amazing set too. Low key, not that I was expecting Teen Suicide to be bad because Sam Ray could never do anything wrong in his life. Maybe that's okay. Sam Ray be making some amazing music. He's a very talented musician. Let me say that. Sorry, Sam. I was just like low key expecting it to be kind of boring, but it was not boring, and I had a really beautiful, amazing time. So, and I mean, Delta Sleep slayed as they always do. I fall more in love with them every time I see them live, and the crowd was way more chill this time, way more chill. So that's what I mean. Like people in Detroit are just like chiller sometimes. So, and El Club is just a good chill venue with like outside places to go like chill and smoke. So I'm gonna put this in immaculate vibes, S tier. And obviously I must see Delta Sleep every time they come to my city. Balance and Composure was next. That was in October. I honestly can't, I think Balance and Composure might have came before Delta Sleep, but it doesn't matter. So for Balance and Composure, they played an amazing show. It was fine. I had to see them because I love them, but and I mean, I went with my friend, so it was cool to obviously be able to see my friend and share that experience with her. Everybody got way too insane, moshing like literally the second the first song started being played, which pisses me off always. Like, and like for Balance and Composure, guys, do we need to be going that hard? I've been saying that for every single time, but like, guys, come on. You need to get out of the house more. If like go to the gym before you go to the concert. If you need to let out that much fucking steam. Oh my god. I mean, Balance and Composure, I just like their new album is pretty great. They played Notice Me, which is my favorite song by them, so that's definitely always appreciated. But I would just say that my expectations were not reached. And I mean, I think I might see them again, Balance and Composure, but it depends. Like I kind of honestly hate the crowd. Like I did get this shirt, and it is really comfy, but I would say my expectations were not reached and the vibes were definitely mid. As for Morrissey, well, let's just say he was literally out of breath the second he got on stage. Like he hadn't even done anything yet and he was out of breath. It was at Capitol, which I had never seen a show there before. I did not know what to anticipate at all. So that kind of messed with the vibes too. I mean, he just played a bunch of songs I don't care about and he sounds like an old man. And it's Morrissey. Like that's an objectively bad man. So anyway, my mom kind of just swindled me into going to that show too. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put Morrissey in D. I'm so sorry, but not really. I, I'm sorry to my mom. I had a good time with my mom and my friend that was there, and my dad was there too. We went out to dinner before. That was objectively fun, and like making fun of Morrissey, very fun. Rats, millions of rats, thousands of rats. There's some funny memes that came out of the night, but not like I would not like don't spend your money to go see Morrissey. You're gonna be disappointed, I promise. So the last show was a show I went to a few like weeks ago. I saw a local band called 40 Feet to Go, and they played with some other local bands, one called Abuse Repression and Dead White Lily. There's another band, but I forget what it was, and we kind of missed most of their set because we were outside. Okay, well, Abuse Repression, I had never heard of them before, but I definitely got into them. Hardcore, definitely some like good riffs and some like cool dudes. So would definitely recommend listening to Abuse Repression if you're into hardcore. And it's definitely just like a good DIY option. 40 Feet to Go, bro. Amazing. It was so good. It was so good. I would say one of my favorite like Scrams brands. Whoa, I didn't realize how hard that was to say. One of my favorite Scrams band of the moment, for sure. They they played just a phenomenal set. And the people in the band are just super nice. I got a poster which I'll get up and show you once I'm like done explaining. If you ever get the opportunity to see 40 Feet to Go, you should. And you should absolutely listen to their new album. It's if you're into the kind of lo-fi a little bit like Scrams vibe, you should definitely listen to 40 Feet to Go. So, and then Dead White Lily, they also played a set, but it was like the shortest set ever. Like it started and I was like, okay, word. And then everyone started walking away. And I was like, what? It's over already? Like, it was like not even 10 minutes. I mean, it was good. They slayed. And I had never listened to them before, but now I'm into them. So there's that. But I don't know. I just wish that the set had been longer. Like, I don't know if they just didn't I guess I don't know. I don't know if they didn't have time or if they just normally don't play long sets or if they don't have a lot of songs to play or if their songs are just so short that I just didn't notice that they had played a bunch of songs. Like I literally don't know. But so based off of all this, I'd say I'm going to put this in S tier. Vibes were absolutely immaculate. Yeah, good old leaky basement and I must see 40 Feet to Go every time they play a show. So let me show you the 40 Feet to Go poster really quick and then I'll be done. So it's really cool. I'm waiting to get a good frame to put it in because it's very precious to me. So there's my tier list. I ended up going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 shows that I can actually remember. There could have been some others that like slipped out of my memory. I don't really know. Thanks for watching. Tune in for future music recommendations and shenanigans. Follow me on Instagram. I recently made an Instagram, so stay tuned for posts on there. Probably end up posting some reels and follow the Jams for All playlist. It is a monthly playlist that I update at the beginning of each month and it's just everything that's been in my rotation. So if you're interested in hearing my music suggestions, definitely check the description and like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye. I forgot to say, Happy New Year. Let's hope 2025 is better. Okay, start over.